Hi all of my lovely friends, and welcome back to another video. My name is Mel and I am a medium. I have been learning and developing and growing for over a year now, and I wanted to share my experience with all of you and with those of you that are also learning and developing and growing, so that we could have a community that's safe, judgmental free, that we all could come to learn and grow together. If that's something that you are interested in, please remember to click like, share these videos, and subscribe to them so that we can keep this community growing and keep it a safe space for all to learn and develop together. In today's video, I wanted to give you guys a channeled message that I received from Spirit. More specifically, it was for me, and then afterwards I had this huge push to put this out there for all of you guys, as there are a lot of people that need to hear this message as well. So let's get right into it. So today I wanted to channel the message that I received about perfectionism. And if you're anything like me, everything has to be perfect, and I don't like when it's not perfect. I'm so ridiculous about it that I have my clothes in my closet lined up by color, by size. And when it's not like that, it drives me crazy. And I also put a huge burden on myself to be perfect, especially in my mediumship and my development. When I give readings and everything, I want them to be perfect, and when they're not, I beat myself up about it. And we can't be like that when we are a medium. When we are learning and developing, that is not the way to grow yourself. So the channeled message that I received was, breaking the habit of perfectionism will break through to your true self. So perfectionism is a barrier that protects you from harm. Perfectionism protects you from falling, from failing, from being wrong. It keeps you in this perfect little bubble where everything is perfect, everything is in order, everything is aligned, and that's not how you grow. That's not how you learn. You have to break free of that perfectionism to get through to your true inner self. And that is the journey that we are all on in all of our lives, is to break free, to learn our true self. If we are perfect all the time, we are never going to learn and grow. You have to make mistakes. You have to be wrong in order to grow and do better the next time. If you're perfect all the time and living in your perfect little bubble, you're never going to get out of that bubble. You're never going to advance and move on beyond that. Perfectionism is something that your mind has built for you to protect yourself from being wrong, from getting hurt, from those instances where you don't want to be judged, you want to be perfect. Perfectionism is a bubble that is protecting you from those situations, and your mind created that in order to protect you. Another part of the channeled message that I received was that being perfect does not make you unique. And what makes you unique is you. You, your true inner self that is underneath all of that perfectionism. And you want to be your true, authentic, unique self. You want to break free from that perfectionism and that need to always be perfect, because underneath that bubble of perfectionism is you, and you are perfect just the way you are, with your flaws, with your mistakes. But also underneath all of that is how much you love, how much you care. It is your true self. And so once you break free from that perfectionism, you break free to your true self. And that is what we are on this earth to do. And especially as mediums who are learning and developing, the best way to learn and develop your mediumship is to learn and develop yourself. In the beginning, I hated hearing that. How do you develop yourself? What I know about myself, I know me, but you don't. If you've got that bubble of perfectionism around you, and everything is perfect and everything is great and everything is clear and it's rainbows and unicorns, you are not to your true self. You are not you. You don't know you. And through this journey of mediumship, I have truly discovered, and again, I couldn't stand when people said to me, you have to do you and find you to be a good medium. Through this journey, I have found that that is absolutely true. You have to get down to the core of yourself and your beliefs and what you think and feel about you and yourself in order to open up into a good medium. Now, some of you are going to be like, okay, well, to be a good medium, I just have to connect. I just have to go to the spirit world and connect. Yes, that's true. You do have to go and connect, and you can do it. If you have this perfectionist little bubble around you, you absolutely can do it. But why would you want to just go and connect? Why wouldn't you want to open yourself up to a lot more possibilities? When you find your true self, you open yourself up to a lot more that this world, that this universe has to offer. When you burst yourself out of that perfectionism bubble, the universe is your oyster, as they say. The universe is going to open and expand for you. So the channeled message I also received was, when you feel those moments of, this has to be perfect, this has to be perfect, I have to do this so that it's perfect, take a step back. My guides channeled to me, I need to take a step back and look 2 or 3 steps ahead, right? So let's give an example of a situation. Let's say I'm going to go into a reading and all of a sudden I'm anxious, I'm nervous, I can feel that perfectionism kicking in. This reading has to be perfect. I have to do a good job. I have to get this right. Sit back, think 3 steps ahead. Okay, so if I keep myself in this anxious, perfect bubble, my reading's not going to go well. I'm going to be so anxious that I can't connect perfectly. My reading isn't going to go as well. If I'm in this bubble of perfectionism, I'm going to be so anxious that the connection, it'll be there, but it's not going to be as strong as it would be if I'm completely open. If I don't have those anxious nerves inside of me that this has to be perfect. The next step ahead of that is when your client comes in, you don't want them to see you nervous or anxious. You want them to see, I got this. This reading's going to be amazing. Think of how different that feels for you when you go into a reading anxious because it has to be perfect, or when you go into a reading, I got this. This reading's going to be so good. How do you feel between the two? Perfectionism is something that is holding you back. It's not something that is protecting you. Your mind created it to protect you, but it's really not. You have to break through that barrier of perfectionism, and you are going to advance so much in your mediumship. As soon as I started saying to myself, well, this doesn't have to be perfect. This doesn't have to be this cute little rainbows and unicorns and everything has to be in alignment and in order. Life is messy. Things are messy. Learning to be a medium is hard, and it's not perfect, and it's not going to go perfect all the time. And when you have those moments in your mediumship where it's not perfect and you beat yourself up, you're only knocking yourself back 2 or 3 steps. So thank you to my guides so much. I love channeling messages for you guys. It is amazing. It feels so good, and I am going to bring a lot more to you guys, and I hope you are enjoying these. Leave some comments down below about how perfectionism has hindered you, or leave some comments down below about how you have broken free of that perfectionism bubble and how it has made your mediumship just soar. I would love to hear your stories. I would love for you to share so that others can see and follow along. Thank you all so much for always tuning in, for subscribing, and for sharing these videos so that other mediums who are learning and developing can join our community and see that this is a safe space to learn and grow together. I hope you all have a great day, my lovely friends.